Welcome to the Year 7 strategy for adding tenths. In this lesson, I'm learning to solve addition problems with tenths by changing one number into a whole number. Let's start with this question. I've got 3.6 and I want to add 2.9. Well, so far when we've been adding numbers, we've been trying to change one of the numbers to a tidy number, but you can see that both of these numbers are quite a long way from the nearest tidy number. The closest tidy number to each of these numbers is 10. So instead, what we're going to be doing is changing one of these numbers to the nearest whole number. And I can see that 2.9 is close to a whole number. 2.9 is close to 3. Now to change 2.9 into 3, I had to add 1/10. And I got this tenth from the 3.6. So the 3.6 must get smaller by 1/10. So instead of being 3.6, we've now got 3.5. And you can see I'm left with a much easier question to answer. 3.5 plus 3 is 6.5. Notice how because I was adding a whole number, the tenths that I had didn't change. Now remember, it's not enough to just say that one number gets bigger and one number gets smaller. We need to be able to explain why that's happening. So let's go down here and look at a diagram to help us explain why one side's getting bigger and one side's getting smaller. Well, over this side I've got my 3.6 and over this side I've got my 2.9. Here you can see my 3 wholes and here you can see my 2 wholes, and notice how that these whole numbers are made up of 10 tenths. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to change this amount here, these 9 tenths, into another whole. So you can see all I need is one more. So I came over to this side, took this tenth, and moved it over to here. So you can see this side got smaller by 1/10, and this side got bigger by 1/10. Let's try another question. This time I've got 5.8 and I want to add 3.4. So just like last time, I look at these numbers and I think which number here is closest to a whole number. Well, 5.8 is close to a whole number. It's close to 6. So to change 5.8 into 6, I had to add 2 tenths. And I got these 2 tenths from the 3.4, which means the 3.4 must get smaller by 2 tenths. So instead of having 3.4, we've now got 3.2. And now we're left with an easy question to answer. 6 plus 3.2 is 9.2. And just like we did the last time, you need to be able to explain why one of these numbers is getting smaller and why one of these numbers is getting bigger. Stop this video now and see if you can explain why that's happening to a buddy. Well, hopefully you've explained it a little bit like this. You've asked your buddy to imagine 2 piles. This pile here has 5.8 in it, and this pile over here has 3.4 in it. You can see here are my 5 holes, and every one of these holes is made up of 10 tenths, and here is my 0.8 or 8 tenths. Over on this side you can see my 3 holes, and again they're made up of 10 tenths, and here are my 0.4 or 4 tenths. So to change the 5.8 into a 6, I had to move some tenths across. So there is 1/10, and there is the 2nd tenth. So you can see that this side just got smaller by 2 tenths, and this side here got bigger by 2/10. And by doing that, we were able to create 6 whole numbers. Let's have a think about the important things to remember in this lesson. Well, in this lesson we're trying to change one of our numbers into a whole number, and in this example we changed 5.8 into 6. We are able to do that by making one side bigger and the other side smaller, because we're imagining 2 piles and we're removing an amount from one pile and putting it into the other pile. You can find the activity sheet that goes with this lesson in the Teacher Tools Addition and Subtraction book from the White Book collection.